welcome everyone. It's Sunday. Happy Sunday. I'm going to do my Sunday landscape today. I put this this is Payne's Gray on here with a little white in it. It's an old painting. It's a painting that I didn't like. You'll probably run into this if you got like a painting that didn't come out too good. Just you could put a darker color over it and then paint over the top of it. So that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to try and sketch it out with I got burnt umber and black here with a knife. I'm going to do something simple today because I am tired. I got to get up early tomorrow for work. Let's see if this is going to show up. So what I want to do, we're also going to talk about the clouds today. Okay. I'm going to give you some encouragement on the clouds so you're not so worried about your cloud formations. I'm going to make these mountains a little more like not so pointy, like less degrees on it, like a 45-degree angle or a 22-degree angle. Just like that, kind of spread out. If you haven't sketched with a knife yet, check this out. You can put your shadows in right now to see what it might look like when it's done. You see that? Just take a little bit of color and kind of pull it down. It'll look like the mountain already. See that? It's pretty cool. Put another peak in here. Look at that. I like designing with the knife. This is all from my mind, and I think it's a good idea for you to give it a try. I'm going to do an easy one. I'm just going to have two hills in here so we don't have to deal with a lot of landscape. So this is the bottom of the mountain here. Let's put a hill coming down like this, swooping, and then when you get down to the center, actually bring it up just a little, okay? We're going to make this look like it's going off into the distance. And we'll put trees in here. And now we're going to do another hill over here. We'll have it come down right there. And then we'll have it keep continuing through like this. This will be our foreground right in here. So that's all I want to do. And then the clouds, I'm not going to put the clouds in, but I'm going to show you a cool way to do clouds, okay? This is going to be our valley in here. We're going to try and make this mountain look really far back. So there we go. It worked. That's burnt umber with a little black in it. And it showed up on that gray color. There's our band. There's mine and Lisa. Thanks everybody for all the birthday wishes. Yesterday was my birthday. Lisa and I, we got to play at my own birthday at Poor Decisions. She's a good friend of mine. We've been playing in our band for like 4 years now. We get a lot of gigs here in Seattle. Acoustic rock. gotta hear me sing. If you want to hear me sing, go to our channel and check it out. Rick and Lisa Experience on YouTube. All right, let me turn this a little more. I hope that's enough light. Yeah, it looks pretty good. So there's the sketch. I just sketched that with a knife. Now I'm going to start painting it. I'm using Winsor&Newton today. Acrylic, okay? I imagine everybody out there either using Liquitex or Basics acrylics, Winsor&Newton acrylics. This is the Liquitex. This is their like better quality paint. But it doesn't matter what acrylic paint you use. You could use whatever paint you have, okay? Today I'm going to start by putting the sky in. And I'm using cobalt blue today. I put a little white in it already and a little purple, but it's still too dark. You see that blue? See how dark it is? I don't think that would look good for the sky. I'm looking at the sky right now. I think it's too dark. I'm going to lighten it up just a little more with white. See what kind of blue we get. There we go. That looks better. All right, here we go. If you've watched me paint before, what I'm going to do is work from here down with a thin coat of paint. And as the painting progresses, we'll put heavier and heavier paint on. We won't use, look at the difference. But you see how we have a gray undertone? So look how nice that blue looks on that gray. You see that? We got too much water on there. But look how cool that looks, that blue. And you know why it looks like that? Because there's no light. There's no light getting through from the back right now. Because we put a dark undertone on there. So the light is reflecting off just the front right now. If I didn't have this and this was on white, it wouldn't look that brilliant. Because there would be light coming from behind as well. But look at that color on a dark undertone. Your paintings will come out a little different when you got a dark undertone. The colors will look different. You got to let this dry for at least 10 minutes. I used just regular acrylic paint, okay? If you don't, then the gray is going to start mixing in to the color, okay? This is just titanium white. I'm going to lighten up the bottom here. It's a nice sky already. Yeah, I had so much fun last night. We played for 2 hours. And a lot of my friends came. A lot of Lisa's friends came. There must have been like 60 people there. The bar was freaking out how many people were there. Well, we got there at the bar, there was like 2 people there, and all of a sudden, this place just got packed just for my birthday. That was pretty awesome. And I want to thank everybody for the birthday wishes. That's awesome. All right, so there's the sky. We'll do some clouds in a little bit, but I want to kind of show you some cloud stuff. There's a way to put some clouds up. You know how this is still a little wet? You can take a little white. Let's do it right now. Get a few clouds kind of starting in there. Take a little bit of white and put some white over here and maybe down here, like swooshing across, and maybe down in here, just like that. Now we're going to blend that in real quick. Rinse your brush off in water. Then keep a rag in your hand and just dry it off. Now, lightly blend this white. Maybe start at the bottom of the white. Try and leave some of the color in there. It's going to end up looking like clouds in there already. These will be like distant clouds. See how cool that looks already? We already got like a bunch of clouds in there. I didn't even really try that hard. But we're going to put more up there, don't worry. You could blend these clouds any way you want. You could also grab a little more blue right now and kind of darken up some of the areas again, like this. Just blend it in. Get some blue streaks back in there. See that? Now it looks like, that looks cool. Just like that. It's a very light blue. I might add some, like, let's try it. We'll add a little dark blue. Maybe right here. Just a little darker blue, a streak. Right underneath that cloud. There we go. Yeah, see, so we get a different tone in there. What I'm doing, I'm just wetting my brush and grabbing a little bit of this regular cobalt blue, and I'm just putting streaks in here now to darken up certain parts of the sky, just like that. Doesn't that look better? Yep, that looks really good. Okay, let's move on to the mountains. So, by the way, I'm using this is a number 8 filbert brush. The last one was a number 12, but now I'm going to do the mountains. All this is dry already, so. So I mixed some black. This is black, blue, and a little bit of white, okay? I tried to make my own gray. Now let's just do the peaks real quick with this dark color. Just the peaks. try and get a good edge on your sky right now. Like a nice finished edge, okay? So just put a little more paint on your brush than normal, and then run the edge really nice and smooth so you get a nice edge on the mountain, okay? And then bring it down just a little. Don't bring it down too far yet. Just about to here. Get a nice finished edge on the top of the mountain. There we go. So it looks cool on that sky. Now let's do this. I'm gonna leave it small over here and kind of bring it down a little over on the left, like this. I'm going to try and make these mountains look like they're going this way. Take a little bit of titanium white now. You don't have to clean your brush. And just at the bottom of your mountain, put a little white at the bottom. Titanium white. Just to lighten up the bottom of the mountain. Now I'm going to grab some of the blue that we used in the sky. Mix a little white in there. And let's put blue down in this valley, a light blue. Just block it in. You might have to wet your brush a little. It's a light bluish gray color, okay? Just fill this in with that color, kind of blend it in. Just like that. You can start drawing your mountains down now into this light color, like this. There we go. That's going to be our valley. I'll do something in here, but when I put this hill in, and put this hill in, that valley is going to look like it's like got fog in there. You know what I mean? A lot of fog or mist. So this hill here, we want to run it up a little back here. This little triangle right here. Let's make it, trying to think what color I want that. I think today I'm going to make it green. So I have a sap green here with, this is sap green with yellow ochre in it, okay? Sap green with yellow ochre. It's almost like an olive color. So if you have olive, you can use olive. So let's just put this hill in. Kind of run it up a little here. And block it in. This is blocking in the color. Just like that. That looks good. Instead of, this is already light, so what I'm going to do is put a darker green down here. So I have some dark sap green here that I put burnt umber in it. And let's just put some shadow down here on the bottom part of this hill. Just put it in there and then lightly blend that dark color in there. Just blend it in there. It'll look like shadows. Very good. So this here, I think I'm going to make this burnt umber. This the color, do I want a burnt umber? No, I wanted yellow ochre. Yellow ochre. All down here. It's really light, but we're going to add some green to it. All right. It's going to be really light. Everything's kind of dark right now. I'm not sure if I should put yellow ochre in here, because it's going to really lighten it up. Look how light that is. Let's put some burnt umber in there. Yellow ochre and burnt umber mixed. And we'll make it like a dark yellow ochre. It's really going to make it look really bright. But we're going to add some dark color to it here. Just block it in. This is called blocking it in. Wet your brush a little if to get the paint to flow a little easier. There we go. There's our foreground. So now let's darken it up. Grab some of this is the color I used to sketch with. It's burnt umber and black. Now let's create a few hills in here with this dark color. Just kind of pull a hill here like this. Let's do one up here, another hill, and we'll have one on the top here like this. And then blend just the bottom in. Blend the bottom part of that color into the yellow ochre. Just this bottom part. It's going to look like 3 hills going up. Let me see how this is looking so far. I got to make sure everything's in focus. Yeah, it's in focus. Golden armor, yeah, you're the only one here watching. Thanks for showing up. Oh, Logan was here. I had 2 here. Now they're both gone. All right. Well, one of them liked it so far. They'll be back. So, this looking pretty good. I've got nobody watching, but all right, show must go on. I'm gonna do some color on the mountains right now. I'm going to do some color on the mountains with white, titanium white. But guess what? I'm going to lightly blend it when I'm done. Okay, so it's going to look a little different. So take a little bit of, get a little roll on your knife, even less than that. Start off with just a little, okay? Let's do this big peak first. We'll have snow on the right side and just pull it to the right. Pull it into the next mountain over here, okay? Get another roll of paint, and let's do this one. Just start at the top right and slowly pull it to the right all the way down to the bottom. Let it break like this. See how we got some of the dark showing there? Now do the same thing on each peak right now. I got a little peak here. You probably can see it, right? So I'm going to hit it with a little white up there. And just kind of shape a valley in here. And of course I got this peak here. Just a little bit. Pull it to the right and shape. The more you pull it, the longer it makes the mountain look. This is going to be in the front, and these are going off towards the back. You see that? Now let's put a little more snow here under this one, and some more here. I want to make this one turn a little, so we can start here with another roll of paint and here, and then pull it straight. You got to straighten out down here at the bottom, okay? Look at that. That looks amazing. Now this one needs to come over here a little bit. So start over here and then pull some more underneath. It'll make this mountain kind of turn a little. Just like that. That's how I want it, right there. I want to come a little lower and then kind of swoop into this valley and up. Swoop down and up. This one we can even extend a little more. That looks good. Now, here's the thing now, that this is a little wet. Get your big filbert brush. This is a number 12, and then just get it a little wet with water, and then kind of dab it on a rag. Start on this lower one here. Take your brush across that white very lightly. Kind of blend that, pull it towards the way that the snow is going with your brush. Just pull it at the same angle that the paint is flowing. Even up here, just at the bottom of each mountain. Just at the bottom, lightly blend it. Get some mist going in there. And it's going to start drying, and then you're going to be able to blend it even more. Okay, now it's starting to dry. The paint's starting to dry, and we're going to start blending up a little higher. You got to kind of follow the way the snow's going, though. There we go. Then come up higher here. Let some of that mist come up here on the sides. There we go. Look at that. Doesn't that look cool? I'm glad you guys came back. I didn't have anybody on there for a second. I'm going to grab a little more water because I want this to really look like fog down here. And just kind of blend some white. Try and blend it the way the snow is coming down the mountain. There we go. All right, let's give that a second. Watch when it dries. It's going to look really cool. All right, so we're going to do some trees now. Get a number 2 fan brush. This is an oil brush. We're going to put some trees in here. We're going to use this is burnt umber with some Mars black in it, okay? Really dark, because we want the trees to show up dark on this hill here over this white. So remember, this green hill's kind of going back here, so I'm going to put some small trees back there on that hill. And I'm going to follow, first I'm going to follow the hill and just put some color about to there. Then I want this to go off into the distance there. So get smaller and smaller back there. This I'll pull this out. I want to have it a little higher in the middle here. So, all right, so now we're going to make our trees a little taller here in the middle. Just right in the middle. Trying to get it to look like trees coming from down below, coming up over these hills. Now you got to pull your color. Let's pull this color to the right and this one to the left. So you got to wet your brush a little. Wet your brush a little with water, and let's pull the bottom out just a little to the right. Create some hills in there and pull this side to the left. I hope I'm not in the way. Just like that. Now, where the tree line is at the bottom, I want to lighten it up. So rinse your brush off. And this cool part. Now grab a little titanium white on your fan brush. Just a little. And pull at the bottom of your tree line to the right. Just at the bottom. Pull this one to the left. It's going to make a light brownish color underneath those trees. And it's going to also make the tree line show up. Look at that. Doesn't that look awesome? That's some trees there. I'm going to shape this a little better. So now you got the option to really make this look cool in here. Just fill your fan brush back up with that dark color, and I want to try and make it look kind of round and get it smaller over here. Just like that. There we go. That looks cool. It looks like some kind of creature coming up over the hill. It's looking pretty good. This almost looks like a painting I did the other day. It almost look like sand dunes, huh? But what it is probably, you know how grass goes dormant? It turns that yellow color. That's what that is. Look at this painting. I mean, we can do anything here. We could put things on top of these hills here. We could put a big tree over here. We could put some trees over here. I mean, what do you want to do? A lot of options when you paint on the fly like this. Thanks for coming back, Levi. Right on. Let's do this. Let's grab some more dark color, and let's bring this. I'm gonna put some bushes right on the edge of this hill here. Right here. Some small bushes here. It helps to like bring the bushes down a little like this, and then you can wet your brush and you can pull that color out just a little under the bush. See that? And then it creates some cool colors underneath the bush. It adds shadows here. Same thing, grab a little bit of white now and just put a little white underneath the trees, underneath the bushes only, just to get them to show up a little. But you got to blend the white in. Don't leave it white. It'll turn like a light brown. Blend it in. It just helps the bushes show up at the bottom. I didn't blend this in good enough back here. You don't want it to look white. You want to blend it in. Like that. There we go. Much better. It's pretty fun. I'm just going to put a tree in here real quick. You guys should be making some cool trees by now. These are fun to make, these evergreen trees. I'm going to come down fast so it has less branches. So it looks more like nature. I'm not going to try and shape it because I want it to look like more like nature. I don't want it to look perfect. Tree there. The more trees, the better. That's what sells. It looks more interesting when you got more trees in there. So this painting's turning out pretty good so far. You see how we got distant trees here? Got some distant hills here. And now we got trees filling up this area. We could just put small little bushes down here. let's just use that dark color we got, and let's follow this hill over here and put touching some like grass, and then do it up here just like it's let's pull underneath to the left or the right, either way. It'll look like grass or something, okay? We could even put a trail here. Looks like we got a trail. It's looking pretty good. Let's just keep going with the trees now. In the distance here, this is farther away, so let's put an evergreen tree here on this hill, real loose, and then just pull the bottom to the left. It'll look like a shadow. And we'll put some distant trees on this hill up here, maple trees. And then just pull the bottom to the left or the right, either way. Those will be trees up on the top of this hill, okay? All right, guys, this is looking pretty good. We're about ready for clouds. Cloud time. Look at that little tree out there by itself. Doesn't that look cool? With that one little shadow there. That's the lonely tree right there. La lonely tree. Wow, this is really cool looking. I like how dark it looks. Do you remember I started out with that gray undertone? It really makes this one look cool because you don't have any light like reflecting through the back, so it looks darker than it usually does. That's pretty cool. And if you see how I blended the mountains out here and put some white like mist. I was trying to get those mountains to look far away, and this is like a hill. If you were on this hill looking down, you'd see a whole valley going off to the mountain. I really like that tree out there by itself. The Lonely Tree. All right, that's the name of this painting, The Lonely Tree. Let's make this a pathway. So I'm just going to add a little white to my fan brush, and the light's coming from the right, so I'm going to just pull some white, put white on the right side of this area here. Try and make it look like a pathway. Then I'm going to darken up, darken this side a little with brown. There we go. So now it kind of looks like a pathway. Let's make these bushes a little higher right here. Around the path. There we go. That looks better. Now it looks more like a pathway there. Boo-doo-boo, boo-doo-boo-boo. It's looking really good. I think I need to lighten up this green back here in the distance. We're going to use yellow. I got to stick with, I'm going to just stick with the Winsor&Newton yellow, CAD yellow medium. I didn't have any yellow down here. All right, here's, you got to be careful now because I kind of like the way it looks. I like the dark look. Look what I did. I took a wet brush and I just put some yellow over here and I'm kind of making it look like water. And I'm going to glaze this just right next to the brown. Just barely touch it on the green in the back next to the shadow. I want to leave this dark here. I'm just trying to lighten up this area here. That might be enough. Yeah, that's enough. I don't want it too much. I just want it to look a hint of getting lighter there. Very good. Let me see how far along I am, because, oh, 47 minutes. All right, I got 10 minutes. Let's do some clouds. I was going to tell you on the clouds, there's no really big secret on clouds. My white go. Here we go. So I'm going to use titanium white. There's no big secret on clouds. It's just, man, you could just like put white up there. Let me show you. Just get a little white on your brush and you can just do this. And then you got a cloud right there, okay? There's no secret with putting clouds up here, although around the bottom of the mountain, if you could make clouds look further away by making them skinny like that, okay? Like they're off way in the distance, okay? There you go. I just made your cloud. That's all you gotta do. All right, here, I'll show you I kind of want to keep this one simple, but I want to show you what I mean. Because all you got to do is put the color up there and hit the bottom, kind of blend the bottom in. So what I'll do, I'll put one over here. We'll put a cloud here. I just touched the top part of the cloud like this, like I'm putting in the top part of the cloud. And then I'll wipe your brush off and then just make it a little bigger. Make the cloud a little bigger. And then just kind of pull the bottom to the left, like that. And blend it into the sky. It's really easy. Just like that. The trick is at the bottom part. You got to blend it in a little bit, and it lightens it up a bit. Doesn't that look cool? Another trick is that, like, this hill, if you turn your white up a little, let me get a little white on here. If you turn it up a little at the end, like this, it'll help it look like it's going off into the distance. It just pulling it up at the end like that. What I like to do, I'll put my clouds in the way I want them, and then they're gonna soak in because this acrylic paint, and then I'll come back and hit the tops with some more light to make them lighter. Let's see if that made the illusion. Yeah, kind of did. Let me do another one over here. I'm going to get a smaller brush, a number 8 filbert. We'll do a small one over here. I'm going to make one go up like this. So just stamp in the top part of your cloud like this. Bring it to the side. These are going to be round clouds. Round fluffy clouds. Now take your brush at the bottom and let's pull it to the right. Just at the bottom. Shape your cloud. You can pull it as much as you want. And there you go. Got some more clouds there. They're really easy. Now, the reason I put this up a little, because it makes it look like it's going back now. It's like the swoosh on a Nike shoe. Yeah, we'll call it the swoosh. The swoosh. Just remember that. It makes it look like it's going into the distance. There you go, guys. Easy clouds. I'm going to redo this one because I like the way that one came out. Stamp your top in and then pull the bottom to the left. Wow, that came out good. Now you can still do those, I like those straight ones too. You can still do those like small ones down here. They'll look like they're floating on top of these, okay? It's like that. Let me see where I'm at. 53 minutes. It's looking pretty good. I think I got to do a big cloud up top. Let me see what's going on here. All right. I guess I got to end it here. I'm getting like 4 calls right now. But look at that, guys. I'll finish it up and put it on the community post. All right. Well, actually, hang on. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Let's do some more clouds. I want to finish the sky up. I don't want to leave this one hanging. This one looks good, and I want to finish it off. The Lonely Tree. That's what this one's called. La Lonely Tree. Can you guess which tree's by itself? Let's do a cloud now up here. We're going to do one from up here across the whole back of the sky from here to the side. I'm just going to fill my filbert brush up with white, and I'm going to just do the top part of the cloud, okay? So just push it in the top part of the cloud. It's a fluffy cloud, okay? All the way across. I don't want it too big, so what I'm going to do right now is actually pull it. Where'd my rag go? We'll bring it down just a little more. Now let's start pulling the bottom to the right. Just the bottom part, and blend it in to the sky a bit. You gotta kind of hurry because it dries pretty fast. Just pull that color out a bit. I'm going to put a shadow on the bottom of this one. I'm going to bring it all the way to the edge, because I think it'll look better. There we go. Nice cloud all the way across the back. And this one, need to pull a little more color down. There's really no big secret on these clouds, because like I said, you just got to put color up there. But now I want to show you how to put some shade underneath here, like a shadow. Like this one, you can already see where the shadow would go, here and here. So get a little gray, mix a little black and white, and you'll get a little gray color, and we'll put it underneath these clouds in certain areas. Just a little gray color. Wet your brush a little. Kind of going fast. What I'm doing, I'm blending the top part of the gray so it blends into the white. So there's no hard line up there. You gotta wet your brush a little now to blend that hard edge out on top. You don't have to, you can leave it in, but cool. Let's see how that looks in the frame. Sometimes, yeah, it looks all right. A little too much gray, but now when these dry, you could come back and let me get a smaller brush. I'll use a fan brush, and we'll put some bright white on top now. Just on the top parts. And then I'm gonna have to blend it in again. There we go. Those are fluffy clouds. But you know, the thing about clouds, that they're pretty much free, you know. They could go wherever you want. You can put a cloud, and you can just keep you can keep layering them now, okay, if you want, and just put as many up there as you want. And it's just about getting the color in there and getting the bottom kind of blended in a little bit. That's all you got to do. You can layer as many clouds in here as you want. And depending, the other thing is, like, this paint, it soaks in. So a lot of times you'll lose the brightness. So you have to come back and add more white to the top of the cloud, okay? Because what it's going to do is soak in. The paint will soak in, and you'll lose that bright white color. All right, that's enough clouds. I probably put too many in there, but those aren't even the best clouds, but there you go. I tried. I like the gray, though, in some of the areas. You know, the gray, you could put the gray in anywhere you want. It actually makes the sky look better. Here, on. I'm going to keep working my sky, but I mean, you could put that gray wherever you want to give the cloud shadow underneath. And it doesn't necessarily have to be a shadow, because the gray could be anywhere in this cloud. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be at the bottom, but look at that. All right, guys, I'm going to end it there. It's been over an hour. La lonely tree, the lonely tree. I forgot to put my bird in there. I'll do some different clouds. Next time I do a video, I'll do some different types of clouds, because these type of clouds take a little more time, but there's an easier way. There's an easier way to do the clouds and then they still look good. Some birds in there. I'm still gonna put, you know, some twigs down here and stuff on my bushes. But I like the design. If you're a beginner painter, this is probably the perfect this is the perfect one to follow along on and do. I don't think there's anything hard in here. All right, guys, have a good rest of your weekend, and we'll see you on the next video. Monkey Pog is back. Right on. Yeah, Bob Ross likes doing those trees, the evergreen trees. Do the bubbles. All right. I forgot about the bubbles. There they are. All right, guys. I tried to pop them, but they don't pop. But they do move. Oh, check out this one. I don't know if you've seen this one with my hand. Watch. It like stays in there. Isn't that cool? All right, have a good weekend, guys. Ciao.